Welcome back to yet another exciting episode of Property 360 on Smart 24 Television, Driving Business. I'm your host, Josiah, and tonight we are privileged to host Mr. Chigozi Henry, who is the sales architect at Roofings Group and the customer care manager. Welcome to the show.
Thank you very much. We are so humbled to be here. We are glad that I think this is not the first time we are here. But we are glad that again we have an opportunity with Smart 24 TV again to talk to our viewers and our clients there. We appreciate them so much, and we appreciate Smart 24 TV. Thank you very much.
Thank you. How long have you been with Roofings Group? And what does your job entail as a sales architect and a customer service manager?
Okay, thank you very much. I have been with Roofings, I think this is the 5th year. But my journey with Roofings is a bit fast. As you have introduced me, I joined Roofings Group as a sales architect with the cardinal role of first explaining the products. Roofings Group being a construction manufacturing product, which is being a company which is manufacturing construction products. I think management saw it fit that we shall only be able to succeed if we employ technical people to sell the products. So we sell technically. This is to say, we're not aiming at making a sale, but what we are aiming at is ensuring that the customer has chosen the right product for that particular project or for that particular purpose on that project. So that is one of my roles. Two, we understand that out there are many qualified maybe who have learned on job to do the job of maybe roofing houses or putting up windows, putting up doors, and so on and so forth. But when it comes to calculating materials or estimating materials, it's not simple. So we always assist our customers when they come to us to look at their plans and calculate or estimate for the right materials.
Oh, you do that for customers?
Yes.
You can look at a plan and do estimates?
Yes, that's part of the roles of the sales architect. Yes. So, and
that means you are an architect?
Okay.
By profession or?
True.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Okay.
Qualification, I'm an architect.
Okay.
And at the same time, I also have a degree in civil engineering.
Oh.
So, the discipline is becoming wide.
Okay, yeah.
So as long as there are many other colleagues out there designing the projects and implementing the projects, as well, we have also to be this side protecting the kind of materials that go to those projects. Because if the wrong product goes to the project, chances are high, even what was designed will not be able to stand because the wrong specifications have been taken to site. So, as a sales architect, one of the roles is to interpret those specifications that the engineers put into maybe the BOQs or into the plan of architectural plans or structural plans. When you look at them and you read the specifications and the different instructions given, you can assist the customer by interpreting and understanding, okay, from these instructions, what fits them among the roofing's products. So, you give the necessary advice and you make a sale, but technically, and advise the customer in the right way. Yes.
How long has roofings been in Uganda? Previously, people used to use materials like asbestos, and with the dangers that a bit talked about, especially to do with asbestos. Now it's still roofing materials. How long has it been in Uganda, and why was the consideration for steel materials?
Thank you very much for that question. One, to begin with, how long Roofings has been in Uganda. Roofings was established in 1994.
Okay.
And that makes it 30 years now in Uganda. Actually, this year, Roofings is celebrating 30 years of operations in Uganda.
Okay.
And still, this is a choice I think that was taken based on research. because the founder of Roofings Group, Dr. Lalan, has been in Africa for so long before even he began the company Roofings. So he saw the trend of construction in Africa, because this is someone who had grown up who was born actually in Uganda. He grew up in Uganda.
Okay.
They did different businesses in Uganda, Rwanda. So that trend of construction was being observed, and he realized that the steel sector was still a virgin market, which was not yet fully looked at and developed or invested in. So, and even back then, there was already research going on internationally that asbestos wasn't a good material for the roof. So definitely an investor would look at that kind of information available there and makes the right decision going into steel. Okay. And I guess he's proud. We are all proud to be part of that decision.
Okay. Are there any known, should I call them, risks that come with using steel materials, health-wise?
Health-wise, I'll say yes, but again I can say no. First of all, steel is a very durable material. It's a very durable material. When properly installed or used, actually there are zero effects to your health.
So keyword is properly installed.
Yes, so there are zero effects to your health. But as well, steel is a very heavy material, first of all. So if not well installed or handled, chances of accidents and different health hazards are very high. So, but when it comes to the material itself, I think steel is completely hazard-free, unless someone has maybe applied it in a, when you get, for example, if I can give you an example, there are different grades of steel. They're still used in the food industry.
The food industry?
Yes.
Okay.
For example, in the cans or in the bakery industry.
Packaging and okay.
The grade of steel
is different from
the grade of steel used in construction. So different grades of steel applied for the different purposes. Okay. They will be completely.
So steel doesn't rust, right?
Steel does rust. If we talk about mild steel, as without any kind of modification, it does rust because it's when that zinc and so on and water come into contact, that component of rusting will begin obviously. Okay. But steel can be treated. Okay. And we can be given different kind of modification to prevent it from rusting, to prevent it from even corroding, and it stays pure clean.
But in food packaging materials, the steel materials, you don't use the rustable.
True. Okay. There we start now talking about what we call the stainless. Okay. Yeah, which does not corrode. It does not have any kind of.
Is that anywhere you're supplying any packaging materials for foods?
We don't have anywhere we're supplying for packaging, but we have where we are supplying materials used in the processing of food materials, like in the baking industry.
Baking industry?
Yeah, most of the baking trays and so on, they come from our galvanized steel. They use galvanized steel for it. Yes.
Foil is aluminium. It's not part of the product. Okay, so what are some of your products range? I've seen you started as a roofing material company, but now you're doing other products like these other steels, steel bars. So what is the range of your products? And two, how can they? Do you have branches, let's say, a country where customers can access you?
Okay, thank you for that question. To begin with the very brief question, which is where we can be found. Here in Kampala, we have around 4 branches.
4 branches.
Yes.
Wow.
And that consists of the 2 factory or production areas, which is here in Lobowa, Roofings Limited.
And Namamve.
And Namamve.
Okay.
As if that's not enough, we also have an outlet at industrial area, 55th Street. We also have an outlet at Banda. But outside Kampala, we have an outlet in Jinja Town, on Spire Road.
Yeah, I think I've seen the one in Jinja.
Yes.
Yes.
We also have an outlet in Mbarara.
Okay.
That's opposite the barracks. I'm forgetting how they call the village, but it's just opposite the barracks as you are entering into Mbarara town.
Okay.
Yeah. Then the rest of the areas, we have recognized and
distributors.
Authorized distributors.
Distributors.
Yes.
Okay.
These are fully branded areas. Okay. That when you reach there, you can see that Roofings has branded and has put their posters to show that this is an authorized dealer for Roofings materials. Yes.
Okay. So for anyone who wishes to become a distributor of, let's say, your materials, I'm speaking on behalf of, people in the property industry, but those who want to become distributors for materials, what are the steps that they have to follow to get on board?
Okay. We start with the basics. First, registered business. 2, established premises. Okay. If you have a registered business and this business has established premises, that this is where we are located, the rest of the business will now be capital.
Isn't it so capital intensive to, have someone started as a distributor of your products?
Yes, it can. Yes and no, because everything.
But most of your stuff is on credit. You have credit terms with the customer.
Yes, distributors have credit terms. If you know, as a company that is international like Roofings, we have so many policies in place. So if someone was qualifying to be a distributor, and of course is intending to use credit to utilize the credit facilities around, there are some terms and conditions to fulfill. Okay. Once you can be able to fulfill them, then we start. Yes.
Now, speaking on behalf of the customer, we talked about. I did ask about your products range and. Yeah.
I think we had left that question behind a bit. So, Roofings Group manufactures, first of all, iron sheets.
Iron sheets, okay.
Mm-hmm. And these iron sheets come in a variety of profiles, starting with those for temporary works. Then we go into those
temporary
for permanent works.
Okay.
There is someone putting up something temporary.
Okay.
Maybe these are facilities put up on maybe projects that are going to be used temporarily, and when the project is done, they will be demolished. So there are that kind of sheet for temporary use, but there are also sheets for permanent use. And I would say in other permanent, there are those which can be used for residential houses, but there are those which will be for commercial, and there are those which will be for the manufacturing, what we call heavy duty sheets.
Industrial.
Industrial. Because the ones which are used maybe to roof a factory will not be the same that is used for roofing my own rentals. Yes.
So let's first talk about the temporary structures, and under what circumstances would someone set up temporary structures? Okay, if I came to you as a customer and have a picture of something that I want to set up, okay, and you're to advise me as a professional, okay, and differentiate between permanent and temporary. So under what circumstances would you advise me to go for temporary roofing materials? Okay, temporary, yes. I might have that in mind that I want to set this up and demolish, okay, after some time. But let's look at those temporary structures, like mainly what are they used? Are they like, okay, let's say, because I've seen like when people are putting up buildings, they always put mabatis, okay, on the outside. So is that what you're talking about? And you have certain like roofing materials that are used for that purpose?
Yes.
Okay.
That's one of the examples, but there are so many examples of temporary structures. So that hoarding that is always put around projects which are just in the process of coming up is a temporary structure. But at the end of the day, the project will get a nice look of its permanent fence or a decorated fence or something.
So your
like that.
materials designed for that.
Yeah, because what happens is that you have to look at the cost implication. Yeah, so there has to be that kind of material which is not so cost stressing when it comes, because someone actually knows at the back of their mind this is something temporary. So they need to buy it, they need to invest less in it. So there are those light materials which are there for those kind of temporary uses. Like there's what we call SZ, usually in the small thickness of maybe 0.20 millimeters. Yeah. But I was still outlining the product range, before we went into that. So apart from the iron sheets, of course the iron sheets come with their particular accessories like ridges and valleys. Then we go into the nails now. We have the roofing nail, that one which fixes the sheets onto the timber. But also we have what we call the wire nails. These are the ones in mild steel, which they can rust, but of course the ones of roofings are of better quality and they are protected. So in their different sizes, 1 inch, 2 inch, 3 inch, 4 inch, 6 inch. But as if that's not enough from the nails, then we go into other wire products, mild steel wire products. For example, the binding wire. The other product would be the BRC. This one is a material used for reinforcing slabs. It's called BRC in the short form, in the language of the engineers. Then we also have reinforcement materials like rebars. These are called iron bars in the normal language, but most engineers call them rebars. And these ones we are making them out of the most modern technology, that is TMX. And we are proud of that because we give, at the end of the day, we give a very good quality product of steel. Under the rebar section, we have extended our services to what we call cut and bend. That these rebars are not sold only in standard measurements, but can be sold in customized measurements, customized length, customized shapes based on what the bar bending schedule requires for that particular house. We have other materials like mild steel plates, which are used in making doors, making gates, different designs, of course. Then we have fencing solutions. That is, for example, barbed wire, chain link, razor wire, very many different products under the fencing materials. But also we have other materials like other mild steel hollow sections, rectangular tubes, square tubes, round tubes, and these are used for different purposes, like making windows, like making doors, actually even making roof trusses, because not all roofs are for timber. Yeah, so many different products. But we also have another part of the plastics, yes. But under steel, we still also have material called, currently we have something called a guardrail. These are materials used on the highways to protect maybe cars from gliding off. Yeah. So guardrails, we're manufacturing them in Uganda for the first time. I think these materials have been imported for ever since Uganda.
Yeah. But now you're doing them here?
We are doing them here. So the plant is here in Rubowa, where we make them from. So we are so proud of the journey we have taken, because we have now thousands of products and specifications for different construction materials.
Okay. Then I did ask about, still being a very good conductor of heat, how you try, especially for, let's say, places like warehousing. Okay. How do you manage heat in such places? And are there any considerations you put in place to, try and work out the heat factor?
Thank you for that question.
Because I've seen on some buildings, they have those...
They are called
cyclones. Okay. Are they your products?
Cyclones are not our products currently. Yes. But they are very important accessories for manufacturing.
Okay.
Yeah, but...
So what does roofings have in place to counter the heat?
First of all the roofing sheets are made out of a material called AZ. Yes. AZ is a combination of aluminium, zinc, and silicone.
Oh, okay.
This material is now an international research. It's a very good material for for reflecting of heat and light. So AZ has that component of being heat resistant. But as well, if the project particularly requires a lot of heat insulation, then we recommend what we call thermal insulators. These are materials made out of foam. They are a bit plastic. They are rubber. So these are layers which are laid under the sheets. Before you apply the sheet, this is the first layer you put. Yes, yeah. So, but frankly speaking, the modern technology we're using to galvanize these sheets, that AZ material, is a winning star when it comes to resistance of heat.
Okay.
But as if that's not enough, that's why Roofings is fronting. It's a corporate social responsibility initiative of tree planting. That regardless of how many researches can be made to improve materials to make them heat insulating, if the environment itself is so hot, it will still outcome and overcome all the efforts put in place. So Roofings Group has an initiative of tree planting whereby we give out free seedlings to anybody, regardless of whether you are our customer or not our customer. As long as you have an intention of planting a tree, we have them free of charge. Not only fruit trees, but also hardwood trees. So Roofing is open to anybody with an intention or with even space where to put trees. In that way, we help the science of insulating structures from heat, with giving an environment which is conducive enough that you don't have to invest so much into the products to insulate, but rather the environment itself is enabling.
It's more of a go green kind of campaign.
Indeed.
For our viewers out there, you've had it from the man himself. Roofings is giving out seedlings and
free tree seedlings. Yes, so, both fruit seedlings and non-fruit seedlings.
Okay.
Yeah, hardwood and this.
Regardless of whether you're a customer or not
a customer.
Anyone.
Yes.
Just have to go. So how do if someone wanted to, pick the seedlings, do they have to come to any of your branches or?
Yes, all our outlets have, they always have a stand. And actually that stand is always put in a place where you don't have to first get authorization to enter.
Okay.
We always have that stand at all our sales points, where those different seedlings are placed, and words are written on. It's a free seedling. Feel free to pick it and take care of it. But for example, if someone wanted like 100 pieces, it's good to come to Lubowa, because this is where the forestry bed is. Here at Roofings Lubowa, that's where you can find the big quantities. Even if you want millions of trees, we can do that. Yeah, as long as there is, for example, if you're taking like 100 and less, there's no much official paper to process. But if you're taking more than 100, there's some paper to process.
So if someone wanted to take trees for commercial, on a large scale, to do tree planting, do you give trees to those people?
We give, as long as you're not going to sell the seedlings.
No, to sell the trees.
If you are going to plant the trees, and they grow,
then you sell them.
Whatever the outcome of the use at the end of the day. But mark you, what our target is even if you're going to sell the tree when it has grown enough, we still want you to come back more and pick those seedlings and replace what you have. Because for us, our target is to ensure that there is a tree somewhere assisting to protect the climate.
You have done sheets in different colors. Are you doing paint as well?
We are not doing paint for other purposes, but the paint specifically for iron sheets as a product as a material used for painting iron sheets. We are processing it indoor.
Oh, okay. So you don't outsource it?
Yes, we don't outsource it.
Okay, and how do you outsource your materials? How do you source for materials for your products?
There are some where we are doing local sourcing, and
like let's say scrap and
yes, may scrap and so on. But based on the quality, the products that we want to put on the market out there, we prefer that if there are no suitable raw materials here in Uganda, we outsource them outside Uganda, because steel is a product that is gotten out of, and the capacity so far for processing iron ore is not available in Uganda. But we have African countries that are doing that processing, and they sell to us the raw processed steel, which we improve, which we modify, which we treat in Namave to make it suitable for our use in Uganda.
It's been Property 360 on Smart 24 Television, driving business, and right now we are going for a very short commercial break, and when we come back, Mr. Kigozi will give us more insights on why they decided to venture into plastics, and also talk about the paint that is applied on roofing material. Welcome back to Property 360 on Smart 24 Television, and when we went for the break, Mr. Kigozi was giving us more insights on the use of paint on the roofing materials and why they decided to go into plastics. Welcome back, Mr. Kigozi.
Thank you very much.
I'll let you pick it up from there.
Okay, I'm glad to do so. As we were going for the break, I had earlier told our customers and our audience out there that the roof paint that we put onto the iron sheets of roofing products
is in-house.
Is in-house.
Okay.
The reason for that is to control the quality.
Oh.
When you look around in Uganda today, there are many. You can see different houses with faded color sheets.
Okay.
And as roofings, we do not want to have that kind of impression coming to the customer's house who bought from us.
Okay.
So in the way of controlling the quality and ensuring that all the things are done as they are supposed to be done, the paint that we put on our sheets is processed in-house. Actually, the coloring, the pre-painting of all the coils that we use in processing iron sheets is all done in-house. There are many manufacturers or suppliers in Uganda who produce iron sheets, but when they have no control over the color, processing, and actually pre-painting itself, applying the paint onto the sheets. But this Roofings does it locally here in our plant, which is in Namave.
Oh.
Yes.
So now that you went into plastics, have you considered doing paint? Because
No. We haven't considered that yet.
the quality, you talked about the quality of the paint you use as being so good. So why don't you produce the same for?
My colleague is that there is that kind of different application of material requires different properties. So a sheet which is going to be receiving sunshine every day and receiving rainfall every day, and there is no hope actually of replacing this paint of the sheets even in the next 50 years. Properties are different from a house which you can repaint maybe after 10 years. Yes, so that's why it's a different kind of line of production.
Okay. Let's talk about plastics and why you consider to into plastics. Are there roofing materials made out of plastics? Or you're only doing plastics for plumbings?
That question is a two-way. I can say yes, there are roofing materials the plastic materials which are used in the roofing. The water harvesting system, plastic is the best container for water. So there's what we call a fascia board.
Oh, yes.
The fascia board receives the gutter, and the gutter connects the water with the down pipes. These down pipes can either take water into the downtown, onto the ground, to connect it to the other drainage systems, or it can even connect the water to the tanks, the reservoirs. So on the line of the roof, roofing is so it fit that it will not be nice if the customer can only pick one sheet, all the iron sheets, the ridges, do the roofing of the house, but cannot get materials for harvesting water from us. So since we want to be, since we target to be a one-stop center for construction materials, we decided that let's put also the production of fascia boards and gutters into place. These are purely plastics and pipes for water-based systems. But we did not stop there. We also have plastic pipes for plumbing. And these are pipes which have been done to the standard of to the international standard. They can hold both cold and hot water. Okay. And we don't only have plumbing pipes, because when we talk about plumbing in-house, we're talking about PPR pipes. But we also have what we call the HDPE pipes. These can move water at long distances. You can even move water from one country to another country using HDPE, because these are roads produced in 100 meters, 50 meters. They are too long pipes. And currently we are doing a pipe up to a diameter of around 360 millimeters. That is a very big diameter of HDPE. This can even carry this oil paper mining from Ugandan oil, which we are mining in the oil city. So, as if HDPE is not enough in terms of plastic, we also have what we call PVC. And PVC is a very good material for high pressure water. And in case the fluids which are going to be passing through the pipe are corrosive somehow, maybe it's like sewage, PVC is a very good material for that kind of work. So we also produce PVC to be able to supply the customer. So actually, we desire that when the customer comes to roofings, they don't have to look so much elsewhere to get what they need for their project. Okay. Yes, we are with you from the foundation up to the fencing. When you have finished the plumbing, when you have finished the conduit, because even we have the electrical conduits here, that is also part of the plastic sector of our products. And these conduits are different from the conduits out there. Because the conduits out there, we have been making research, you find that a good conduit should be able, at least, not to support fire. Because you see, electricity is something that can start fire anytime, any day. Sure. So the reason for us to have those conduits is that these pipes are kept into a safe vessel, where even if there is a short circuit, fire will not start, or it will not be supported to start. But you find that the conduits we have on the market themselves are supports of burning, because once the short circuit is there, they will frame off as if they are paraffin or petrol. But the conduits are made from roofings, are made from a fresh virgin resin, which makes them unique, that if there is a short circuit of anywhere within our conduits, they will not, burning will not be supported, because they do not allow oxygen into the flow. Okay. Yes.
You'll take us for a guided tour,
okay,
of your showroom to look at the different products. But before we do that, what would be your parting shots to a customer? Any words to your customers as why they should come and buy from roofings? And I've seen quite a number of awards and accolades in the offices and in the showroom. As you're giving us the tour, I think we shall have a chance to, to look at the words and to tell us, to tell us where you won, and what category you. But yeah, you'll go straight to your parting shots, and you tell your customers why they should come and buy from you.
Okay, thank you very much. Thank you for the question. First, I want to thank our customers, wherever they are, wherever here in Uganda and outside Uganda, because we have customers everywhere. We thank you very much. We are so humbled for trusting us, and our promise to you is that Roofings will always focus on giving you the best quality products for your projects. People have supported Roofings from ever since we opened up when it's one company as Roofings Limited, but it's now a group of companies consisting of Roofings Limited, Roofings Rolling Mills Namamve, Roofings Polypipes, which manufacture plastic products, and as early as the youngest so far is Roofings Limited Kenya. We also have a branch in Kenya.
You have a branch in Kenya?
Yes, and we are not stopping there. We are going international. Soon we shall be Tanzania and elsewhere. So Ugandans have really supported Drofings with all one heart. And our promise is that we shall make sure that this brand that you have supported makes you proud wherever you go. We shall keep the only to assemble and cast their concrete. The other process of buying standard rebars, take them to site. Then you get steel benders, cut them into pieces, then bend. Again, you start getting over a lot of wastage and scrap and offcuts. Yet you paid for it inventory. Can be avoided when you go into for this kind of system. So these are rebars. We manufacture them from different sizes. Reinforcement bars, TMX, are made from 8mm up to 32mm. That is what is on the market. Anything more than 32mm can be produced, but on special request. Okay. So that is about the TMX.
The best bars are the ones that are like, I don't know, thick in diameter.
Yeah, the thicker the material in diameter, the stronger it is. The better.
That we've seen some buildings collapse. Is it a problem with the steel or?
It's not a problem only with the products. I cannot say it's a yes or a no thing, because the products may be good, but when the actual project engineer did not do the right thing, or when the design was not sufficient, or when the design has been altered at site and not taken back to the structural engineer to recalculate and give the right recommendation.
So that's why some of
products. Yes. So there are many reasons. If you go into the different reports, there are many reasons. Okay. Yes. And, so as we leave these ones, here we have what we call door plates. Yes. These door plates here, we are displaying them as a finished door because this is their purpose. Yes. Instead of someone cutting a tree and coming up with these modern, these wooden doors which are always in the bedrooms and offices, some can use steel. This is a steel material, but given in different designs to give you that actual appearance of a wooden sheet. And you can apply any kind of color that you want. Even if you want to apply a wooden color, you can say mahogany or what, you can do it, and someone will not even know. Yes, someone will not even know if this is a steel door or it's a wooden door.
Because I'm not on speaker, except because someone has to, they can be applied indoor and water and they can be applied indoor and outdoor.
All right. So these kind of doors can be applied both indoor and outdoor because they are manufactured in different thicknesses. Yeah, what is on display here is 1mm, but it's as strong as good enough for any indoor use. Yeah, you see that they're different. And the white part of this door is what we call a bottom section. It's also made out of steel. So this bottom section is where the plate is fitted to work as the frame.
So you provide the door and the frame as well?
We provide the door,
but you can provide
and the frame. For example, a door consists of the following products. It consists of the plate, which in wood they call the panel. Then it consists of the style. This is the style or the frame of you can say the frame of the door. But what we call a door frame in the local language, the omwango, is this part here. It's also made out of steel. If someone opens it will show the actual impression of a door. I don't know if here it can be seen properly, but I can also illustrate it here for someone to see. So this is the door frame, this is the style of the door, and this is the plate. Yeah. So as we continue, you see this something in this design. This is called a mild steel expanded metal. This one, as if you are inspired by the design, you can as well also take it and have it. Yes, and adopt it. What I can also explain to our customer is that we do not do the hinges and we don't do the locks. These are accessories for the doors. That all for us we do the door plate, the bottom section, which is the style of the door, and the door frame. My dear audience, here where we have reached, this is called a guardrail. It comes with different accessories. It has bolts, it has the reflector, it has what we call the end tail, it has the posts which go into the ground, and the spacers. All these are manufactured here and are supplied here.
Good.
This is helping us to substitute that importation part of the guardrail. Yes. To continue, these are the different other kinds of plates that are also made for different purposes of construction, for different gates, garages, different doors, maybe commercial doors. These plates are so good for that kind of work. And as we continue, the plates come in different thicknesses. Currently, we start from 0.9 millimeters, but we go up to 32 millimeters. That is the thickest so far that we have. So different plates and thicknesses. As we continue here, this is what we call a BRC. Someone can call it a British reinforcement cage. It is used in reinforcing concrete. Yeah, so British reinforcement concrete must have what we call a BRC. And these ones also come in different sizes and different wire diameters. These are structural materials. For anyone putting up a flat, they require this in their slab. And this is a mild steel material. Yeah, where we have reached so far here, we have galvanized wire products. What's this is called a chain link, and it is also made in different gauges and different heights. These are used for fencing.
What is called sengenge?
This is what we call the katimba.
This is katimba.
Sengenge is the barbed wire. Yes, yes, we shall see it as we continue. Down here, this is called the razor wire. It is. Yeah. Okay. This is one which is the mastering of protecting thieves from jumping over fences. Yes, very sharp and very durable. These are all made out of galvanized wire materials.
Affordable?
Very affordable, because actually this raw material is made in Uganda. The finished product itself is made in Uganda. There's no reason why it should be very expensive.
It's a question of recycling. You get from they used to.
So yeah, because at first all this that you are seeing shining here, at first it's a black wire. It's something mild steel, galvanized here using a technology called hot dipped galvanization. Then we roll it. We start going into the process of making it a chain link. This chain link works hand in hand with plain wire. Plain wire is the material that is used for easy flow of water, giving it for those long spans of roofs. Yes. This is a Super 5. It's also among the industrial sheets. And we also have the translucent ones. These translucent ones are purposely for bringing natural light to conserve energy. If it's a factory, why should it have lights on in the day? So you can put there and harvest that natural light to assist in the processes. Yeah, so that is the journey for the steel. We can now enter into the journey for plastics, yes, in roofings. But anything that is going to be used in construction, first, houses, and also infrastructure like roads, transportation of high pressure water for national water. These are the materials that are used. So this is now HDPE, and also this one is HDPE. And these materials they all come well branded. There is as part of following the UNBS standards, we brand all our products. The manufacturer is Roofing's Polypipes. We say something about the material, which is UPVC. UPVC means that this is a plastic which is not affected by sunlight, regardless of whether it has been put in the desert or where it will be there and serve its purpose without losing its integrity as a plastic material because of sunshine. We give the diameter, we give the thickness, the pressure number, the standard we are using for manufacturing, our contacts in case of anything, all these things. The same applies on the fascia board, you see it's there. So all the materials, and actually at the moment as I speak, Roofing has the best quality plastic. You may not find it everywhere, in every maybe dealer shop, because maybe sometimes the price is not competitive. But the price cannot be matched by any other supplier apart from Roofing. Yes, and we are very proud and very humbled because the government supports this a lot, and currently we are supplying a lot of material to national water. Yes, so it's because of the quality. These government projects we have to look at quite a lot. Yes. So these are different pipes. This one is called a screen pipe. It is used in drilling boreholes. Yes, these are the ones that go deep down in the ground to allow water in.
Industrial or commercial?
Mostly.
Or used on big projects?
Mostly like that on big
and
projects.
A few on small projects.
And a few. Now like those are green ones which are called PPR, and these plants, there is not so much competition because the standards required to manufacture them cannot be made easily at a cheaper cost. Yes.
Okay. Yeah, it was good to have you, Mr. Chigozie, on Property 360 on Smart 24 Television, and thank you for hosting us at your showroom.
This is Roofings Limited, and this is our showroom. We thank our viewers so much and all our customers. We really appreciate you, and we are so humbled for trusting Roofings Group.
It's been Property 360 on Smart 24 Television, and we've been privileged to host and to be hosted by Mr. Chigozie Henry, who is the sales architect and the customer care manager at Roofings Group. And we are at Roofings Limited in Lubowa. Catch you next time for